your Wipe Vanish sucks. But it's not because you suck. You see, you're going down the same route that I once did. Saw this super cool Wipe Vanish, started watching tutorials and practicing in front of the mirror, but I kept flashing the card here or a finger there, and when I finally performed it, I made yet another mistake that I hadn't realized could happen, and that ate me up inside. Even though my audience was so nice in comforting me, that just made me feel even worse because I had let down such deserving people. If you want to stop going down this route, then give me your next 10 minutes max and you're not gonna need to watch any other tutorials. Because I put a microscope on every step and you're gonna learn everything you need to master it right and fast, just like I did. Then you can give your deserving people the experience of awe and wonder that we love magic for. And because I value your time, I've put timestamps in the description below, but I highly recommend that you don't skip any section entirely because missing just one pointer could make the whole difference. So go through each section with 2 times speed if you need to, and let's start it off with my 2-part performance.
Your eyes are lying to you. Don't believe me? Top card, 2 of hearts. Watch as I wipe half of it away. But that's just your eyes playing tricks on you, because it was here the whole time. Come on, what did I say? Let's try this one more time, but this time, don't let your eyes fool you. Same card, 2 of hearts. Watch as I wipe half of it. Actually no, let's make it entirely off from the face of this earth. Your eyes are lying to you. Really. Here's how to do the Wipe Vanish. Take the card on top that you want to vanish. Put it about halfway off the edge of the top of the deck. So half of it's on the deck and half of it's off the deck. Then, for the first vanish, that is a half vanish, grip the deck in standard grip, which is your thumb on the left, the 3 fingers on the side and the index finger at the back. The index finger is the most crucial part of this trick because when you first cover with your right hand, what's actually happening below your right hand is your index finger grabs the top end of the card and bends it backwards like this. So when you're covering and you time the opening of your hand, you cannot see the card which will normally be here. So it's a really visual first vanish. Second vanish will be you grab your right hand using the palm, the base of the palm of your hand. Press on the bottom of the second card. Pull it out like this until it clears from underneath this card. So now it's free on its own. And then you ride it along the 3 fingers on the side and then you cover it until you align with the rest of the pack. So it went from below the 2 of hearts to the same position but above the 2 of hearts. Ensure this doesn't happen. Do not apply too much pressure such that the other cards below the second card come out. Now when you do this and you align it with the rest of the pack, you can safely go with your right hand to wipe this 2 of hearts card. As you're wiping, when you are concealing the card, what happens underneath your hand? Once again, your index finger, but instead of bending, this time you're just sliding it all the way until it's completely gone. But don't start performing yet. If you want to master this in the shortest time possible, you're gonna want to learn the common mistakes that even people like myself made when we were first learning how to perform the Wipe Vanish, so that you don't practice the wrong thing and worse still, never find out that you were practicing the wrong thing and then carry it on to your performances doing the wrong thing. So let's jump right into the common mistakes. So the first common mistake is flashing the card during the first vanish, something like this. Or yeah, this happens sometimes, but in order to prevent it from happening almost at all, it's a pretty simple fix. Notice that when you pull the card down, right, there's this angle that it's going down at. If your angle is higher than that, then you give a pretty large surface area for the audience to see. But if you tilt your hand in the same angle as the card, and then you open your fingers, it's much less of a window that the card can be flashed through. Another thing is you need to know whether you are genetically disadvantaged like myself. As you can see, between my index finger and middle finger, and actually between all my fingers, there are these gaps. Now these are not excuses, though some of us might feel like we are disadvantaged to do magic, but we just need to work around them. So how can we prevent this? Well, look at the audience, get them to look at your eyes and do things fast and with confidence, and the audience will not spot this. Just trust me, in my experience of performing tricks, this doesn't come out as a problem. We just have to do it with conviction, practice to ensure we expose as little as possible. But apart from having this angle of your hand lower, you can also tilt the deck a bit higher when you're doing this first vanish. This top half that you're trying to hide takes up a larger length. If you tilt it up, this length becomes shorter. So when paired with this hand tilted down, so much that is not seen. The second common mistake is when you're doing the second vanish and you peel this card back in order to cover it up, right? Here's what happens a lot of the time. You end up flashing this card either through these fingers, or through the left side, or through the right side over here. All these are very ugly mistakes. So when we're doing our practice, here are the things we want to do to prevent this from happening during the performance. Most magicians will teach you to put the base of your palm on the card here. My fix is not just to take the base of your palm, but you see these lines at the very bottom of your palm connecting your wrist and your palm. You put the edge of the card on this line. So now, there is literally no way that the card can flash, because look, it cannot flash on this side, it cannot flash on this side, neither is it flashing from the front. It doesn't even make it to the closest hole. And now you can even open these fingers up with no fear of them seeing the card. You can ride it along, place it here, and this brings me very nicely to the next mistake. After you place the card here and you want to transition to moving, you just saw what I did. I twisted my hand back here. So now you can see this part covering the Two of Hearts. So how do you prevent this? Consciously, intentionally, move your hand forward a little before you start turning. Okay, you don't turn your hand first and then push forward. And the common mistake is the way they show it to the audience, like, oh look, I'm gonna wipe the card, I'm coming back now, I'm gonna pull this forward, and then I'm gonna rub. It creates a question in the audience's mind, like why does he have to move his hand back and then forward again to rub it off? So record yourself, try to copy the motion of coming back and then pushing forward. I do that like 1 or 2 times first, so that the third time when I do the same motion, it becomes part of what I was doing earlier. So it blends in very seamlessly. You don't even realize, like, look, I go forward, I come back. I'm mimicking this palm press, pull back, move forward. I'm mimicking this motion even before I do it. So when I actually do it, you don't even notice it. It's already there. That kind of thing. And then record yourself so that you will really see that it's seamless. The more seamless it is, the more magical it will be for the audience, and the cooler you look as a magician. Another common mistake that I know there's a lot of people making is flashing this index finger right here, and that gives your audience ideas on how you might have done the trick. You do not want them having any of these ideas. So this is what I mean. This finger flashing can happen at 3 places. When you're doing the first vanish and you're running forward to cover the card, before you manage to cover it completely from the audience, your index finger comes out and then you cover. This is not good, because then when you push down, open your fingers, close, and come back off, if they once again see this a second time, in their mind they might believe that this index finger was part of how you vanished the card, which it is, but you don't want to give them these hints. The third place that this finger can be flashed is when you're doing the second vanish, and when you're coming forward and you're gonna vanish and your finger is here again. So always have this finger down here until you're sure the card is completely hidden, and then you bring your finger up under concealment. You see, hand finger down here, cover, then you bring the finger up, bend, show nothing, close, don't lift your hand back. Bring this finger back and then you lift your hand off. So what they see is really your fingers down here, the card bends, the card disappears, you reveal and the finger's still here. So they're like, okay, maybe it wasn't the finger, or at least they don't get the ideas. Alright, and a fifth mistake, which is when you're letting this card clear from below the two of hearts, you do not want to hear this sound. You do not want to tilt your palm back too much, because then it will cause this card to snap, and that snap sets off alarm bells in your audience. So keep your palm flat as you pull it out, and then when you feel the click, you don't want to hear it, you don't want anyone to hear it, then you can turn your palm back a bit if it makes it more comfortable for you. So those are the 5 common mistakes. Rewatch this segment if you need to. So when you practice, ensure that all 5 things you're consciously, intentionally avoiding. And then when you record, you try to spot whether you're making any of these mistakes, and then you'll perform well. Now let's move on to the next segment, which will be practicing along with me. So you practice the right way, master it in the fastest time possible. Now let's put some good music and let's begin practicing together. Last but not least, when to perform the Wipe Vanish and things to keep in mind. You can perform it at the start of a trick as an appetizer. So something I like to do sometimes in my performances when I have time is to add this part to my routine, jazz magic, where we just let our chances play and have fun with it. So I could maybe get the audience to name a card off the top of their head, and I try to guess it, or like pick a random card from the deck. Let's say it's this one, and I'll just be like, I'll go through whatever fun way that I want to guess what that card is. Now the spectators may think that it is like part of my trick, but it's just a pure hit or miss. So let's say I guess this is like the Jack of Diamonds. Then I look at it, they tell me whichever way I'm wrong or I'm right. If I'm right, mind blown, even blows magicians, because I got that from luck. I didn't do any magical sleights. But if I get it wrong, I can turn into a segue. They laugh. I could just go, oh, but that would have been cool, right? Oh, that was kind of funny, right? They laugh. And then I could proceed to do the Wipe Vanish and then turn that moment of failed luck, laughing, into the first appetizing magic trick, the Vanish. You could also put the Wipe Vanish at the end of a trick. So after you go through the whole routine, you find the spectator's card, you predicted their card correctly, whatever it is, you can then proceed to vanish it into the deck, so you're back to a clean slate, a clean deck. But just know that if you want to hand this back to the spectator, secretly flip this card back, because otherwise when they spread through the deck, they'll see the card you vanish face up. You could even also just perform the trick on its own, like a short 1-minute trick. Just vanish a card, do the 2-step vanish. But I would suggest for beginners, when you're less confident and there's so many ways you can flash something, flash your finger, flash a card and ruin the trick, I would suggest you perform it for the camera. Maybe post it on social media, send it to your friends and family. But things to keep in mind when performing this, especially when it's live. I want you guys to know that if when you're performing it, you feel nervous that you're gonna flash something, that means you haven't practiced enough. If you feel like during the performance you're focusing on how to not expose the card, to expose your finger, which angle is good, those are good things, but you want to practice to a point where you're not even thinking about those things anymore. They're part of your muscle memory, they're part of your second nature when performing it. I want you to practice so much that during the performance, what you're actually thinking in your mind is how to move your fingers, how to make your eye contact with the audience such that they get the most magical experience. They experience this vanish in the most realistic, otherworldly, out-of-body way, so that you no longer have nerves and you don't transfer that to them. Rather, you experience that vanish and they do too. Apart from that, this has been Rahul, and it was really nice doing magic together with you. Subscribe, let me know anything you think, any questions you have, just drop it down in the comments and I'll be happy to answer. Until then, stay really